What is up, guys? Delboy here. So just a quick update on some British boxing prospects. First and foremost, Josh Kelly's opponent for the Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker undercard has been announced. He is going to be taking the first step-up fight of his career so far by fighting former IBF Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Carlos Molina. As we all know, Carlos Molina has a wealth of experience. He's had a total of 38 bouts, and he's fought the likes of Cornelius Bundridge, Ishe Smith, Corey Spinks, James Kirkland, Kermit Cintron, Erislandy Lara, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and the likes. So he's fought good competition, he's experienced, he's had a lot of fights, he's got an awkward, horrible style to deal with, and he's durable. He's never been stopped in his 8 defeats, and like I said, former world champion. I think, obviously, Carlos Molina is on the slide. He is coming off 2 back-to-back defeats to Carlos Adames, who's a prospect at welterweight, as well as Ahmed Al-Mazoui. So he's coming off a couple of losses. He is past his best, but, you know, Molina is still durable. He's still tough. He can still mess you around. He can make you look bad. I think this is a good bit of matchmaking. It's going to teach Josh Kelly a thing or two. And, you know, chances are that Josh Kelly is going to go some rounds, and that's probably something Josh Kelly needs. So far in his career, he's had 5 fights, 4 of those 5 fights coming by way of stoppage. He went to points in his first fight against Jay Byrne. I believe that was a 6-rounder. So if Carlos Molina can take Josh Kelly past the 6-round mark, it's going to be intriguing to see how his style sort of works in the later rounds. Josh Kelly has a style where it's very sapping on the body, takes a lot of energy. He's constantly moving with his legs, with his waist movement, his head movement, you know, throwing a lot of punches, jumping in and out of range. His style is very, very tolling on the body. So it's going to be interesting to see how that style looks when he's past the 6-round mark and as it goes deeper into the fight. That's an intrigue of mine going into this fight, and that's why I feel it's good matchmaking. Not only that, Carlos Molina, as we know, like I said, he's an awkward guy. He's defensively responsible. He can clinch. He can maul. He can fight on the inside. He can get dirty. It is definitely Molina even now is definitely the best person, you know, Josh Kelly's ever been in the ring with. So I think it's good. It's a good bit of matchmaking. It's a good step up fight, and not only am I intrigued to see how Josh Kelly does in the later rounds, providing this goes to the later rounds, I'm also intrigued to see how he breaks down a more defensively responsible style, a more negative style. So I feel that, you know, this fight could answer a few questions, or maybe Molina is so past his best though that he gets stopped early, maybe. But I still think Molina has enough to mess prospects around and make them look bad. So yeah, good bit of matchmaking for me. Also, another fight that's been made: Lewis Ritson making his second defence of his British lightweight title. Now, Lewis Ritson obviously coming off a really good performance against Joe Murray. That was his first defence of his British lightweight title. He stopped Joe Murray in a round and looks good doing it. And that was only the back end of February. He's going to be fighting on the 24th of March on the undercard of Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Brown. And he's going to be fighting Scott Cardle. Scott Cardle is a former British lightweight champion. He is a solid fighter at British level. He can be awkward. He can be a little bit tricky, but I do expect Lewis Ritson to get the job done here. I feel that Scott Cardle is susceptible to pressure. We saw that against Masha Dodd in both fights. You know, Dodd lost the first fight, but I felt he won the second. And, you know, the second fight was ruled a draw. And then after that, he fought Robbie Barrett. Again, Robbie Barrett just outworked Scotty Cardle. So to me, Scotty Cardle's a guy who he can be awkward, he can be a bit cute, he can use some angles, but, you know, he does get overwhelmed quite a lot. And defensively, when you put your shots together, he is there to be hit. So I'd expect the pressure of Lewis Ritson to get to Scott Cardle. I think Ritson will get Cardle out of there. I like his style. He applies steady pressure, but he's not reckless. You know, he is a steady fighter, but he cuts the ring off well. He's got a good jab, good punch technique, and he's got some power. So I'm interested to see how Lewis Ritson gets on in this fight. It's a quick turnaround. It's good to see him stay active. And Scott Cardle was one of the fights I wanted to see him take. So yeah, good fight. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, just a quick update on a couple of prospects. Josh Kelly is going to be fighting Carlos Molina, like I said, and Lewis Ritson's going to be fighting Scott Cardle, defending his British title. So yeah, a couple of good fights for the up-and-coming prospects at Matchroom. What do you guys think of these fights? Peace.